Yes, many thanks for staying. I'm sure you enjoyed that highlight you saw. We also had a bit of extra for you. So we saw Bayern now advance into the semi-finals of the German League Cup. Now, to have the conversation around grassroots sport, football development to be specific, is Coach Unamba Raphael, the head coach of Refined Nuggets Football Academy here in the capital. My dear friend and brother, okay, I've seen you this year, right? I've seen you this year, twice. But I would still say, okay, let's say Happy New Month.
Happy New Month, my brother.
Yes, it's good to have you always to talk sport.
So good. So excited to be here.
All right, now let's get right to it. You're someone that's very particular about. I've followed you for a couple of years now, and you've been very passionate when it comes to grassroots football development, because you always say, getting them young is key, and advancing them further in sport and whatever it is that they want to do, maybe when they come of age and decide it's not football. So tell me, how has this experience been, and walk us through it, and then we'll get to the part where you alone, all by yourself, you're cheering the whole Abuja kids pre-season league, or is it a normal season now, a season tournament?
Yeah, first of all, I would say it has not been easy. Nothing comes easy in this life, and secondly, when you have passion for something, you always want to give in your very best, and making sure at least the word excellence. Going forward, I personally organize a football pre-season cup, Abuja Football Academy pre-season cup, sponsored by myself. Doing everything just to see how we can, continue to give opportunities to some clubs that are not even recognized in Abuja. Because if you look at most of the clubs that are participating currently in the tournament, you see these are clubs that are from the trenches. Some of them were like, wow, this is a very good experience for us, coming out, being recognized by people from the top level when it comes to grassroots. And to the glory of God, we have also been able to spot out some good talents. I actually even discovered a very young girl, about 2 girls that were even playing in the mix of guys. I discovered them, and I'm like, What led you to this? Why do you want to play football? I said, Coach, I love football. I have passion for football. I said, don't worry, you're in the right hand. You know my records. I've produced players that have represented Nigeria at the World Cup level. Some of my girls that I've trained, some have traveled out, which you knew the record. The records are there on the internet.
Yes.
So when I saw these little young girls, I'm like, I need to also encourage them and to see how we can develop, nurture them. And, Refined Nugget is a place whereby we nurture talents. And once they are ripe enough, by the special grace of God, I will push them to the necessary place that will also push them to the limelight.
You always talk about football education.
Yeah,
walk us through that.
Football education is very key, it's very vital, because
what's the difference? What's the difference between playing football and having football education?
Modern football now, it's all about education itself. It's not just playing the game, but you have to be tactically sound, in terms of maybe media presence, in terms of coordination. When you have education, you'll be more reserved, you'll be able to think, you'll be able to strategize properly, you'll be able to communicate with people that matters. When you have that education, you'll be bold enough to pen contracts, not so that you will experience what the likes of Emmanuel Ebu did experience. There are some players that, because they lack education, they lack proper grooming, and they don't know what to do. Some of them just signing and keep doing the wrong thing. Football education also is so good, because there's life after football.
Yes.
We have some good footballers that are successful lawyers. Some are doctors. Some are doing well in private sectors. After retirement from football. So I want some of these kids to understand that after football, there is still life after football, so that they don't end up like some ex-internationals, because some of them keep on living life that's, I will ask myself, don't they think of tomorrow? Because today you are buying jets of billions of naira, you are going to the club, spending millions of naira. Then after retirement, that is when sad reality starts setting in. You'll be like, oh, you've wasted a whole lot of money. And at that point in time, because of lack of education, some of them don't even want to listen to their parents. You know, so that football education is very vital for their growth.
Okay, that's very important actually, to help them not just, you know, paying down contract, but also to be more reserved and know how to give back to the society. Just like what you are doing now, you're giving back to the society all by yourself. Walk us through the tournament you organize, and what level, what stage is it at right now?
Yeah, to the glory of God, we had about 16 teams that participated at different level, under 8, under 10, and under 13. Going forward, I think we are so proud, and I feel so fulfilled with what I've seen so far. There's a whole lot of talent in this country, but just that most of these clubs actually lack the basics, and some of them even have a proper kit, and I won't blame them, but it's because of there is no sponsor. So my platform is just a platform whereby we can see how I personally and can see how I can also, you know, contribute to the life of some of these kids. And that I think this Saturday is going to be Valentine's Day. This Saturday ought to be our final, but we have to push it to
so they can have time and spend with their families.
Loved ones, you know. So the final match is going to be between I think Rising Star under 8 versus Refined Nugget under 8. Then Refined Nugget under 10 versus Rising Star under 10. And under 13 category, Climax FC versus Refined Nugget. You can see we made it all
to the final.
Maybe because, you know, we are properly groomed. Other teams are actually good.
Yes, I came around. I watched the match. I came around. I watched a few of the matches, and I was like, wait, this under 8 because of, you know, their coordinations. I'm not just talking about Refined Nuggets now, because I've seen your boys train. We've seen videos of them, you know, train, and they train like the elites. The same thing with the likes of, for your goalkeepers, the same thing the likes of Couture does, the likes of Stanley Wamba, the same kind of training, rigorous training that they go through. That is what I see you instill in your people from the grassroots. And then we've seen where all of these other teams as well, Rising Star, I was like, wait, what is happening here? I've seen these kids play as if they have been playing right from their mother's womb, based on the kind of trainings that you give them. But what can be done more now to people like you who are very particular about grassroots? How can it be done to see how we can, you know, improve? What role do you think the National Sports Commission can play in terms of helping individuals like yourself improve in terms of infrastructure for these individuals? Because you can see this is a very beautiful pitch, and we're seeing individuals train properly there.
Yeah, going forward, I think it's not all about what the sport ministers or those in the sporting sector can do. It's all about getting it right. First of all, let's ask ourselves a question. I think we are now looking at Africans that can host major tournaments. Now the question is, do we really have a good stadium in Nigeria now? Before you can even talk about people like us, can we really organize World Cup in Nigeria now? Can we organize a Nations Cup in this country now? Because these facilities are not there. Let them finish up from there before coming down to people like us. That's why you see many private people, individuals are investing real big, because you don't have to wait for government, because they have lots on their decks. So my platform and other platform, which I believe there are a lot of people that are also doing the same thing and they're doing it excellently well, is all about promoting the culture, promoting grassroots football and giving back to the society in our own little way. And we believe our help comes from God.
True.
So it is what it is.
It is what it is, and we've seen a lot of improvement actually over the years. Like I said, I've been following your work, and it's very impressive to see that within the short time that I've known you, I've seen a reasonable trajectory of growth, and we are hoping to see that all of that, continues. The ladder just keeps going high, and the government just, provides more infrastructure for us.
And there is one more thing now, talking about facility. I think one major thing I urge every football academy to do is to always get the right equipment, because sometimes you see some good footballers, they can play, but when it comes to basics, they lack it. So one of my major secrets, which I don't like to disclose, is that I always, do extra, and I try to seek for more knowledge about the game. I study a lot, I read a lot, tactical training, I go on YouTube, I have mentors I follow, likes of Guardiola, and so what I do most of the time is to see how I can bring that Europe standard. You know, so if you come to my training pitch or you see my, I believe you've seen several times.
Yes.
You will think you're in Europe.
True.
Because all my training program, everything is Europe standard, and I have lots of coaches working in the academy.
Yes.
What I do is I assign so numbers of players to coach. But if you go to some places, you will see one coach doing everything. I will be able to identify some flaws or errors, you know. But if you are not good at trapping, if you are not good at, you know, moving with the ball, as the numbers of coaches that we have will be able to like identify and spot out some mistakes, like, oh, we need to work on this. And once we detect your mistake, we start working on it till you get it right, and we push you and push you to get perfect.
Actually, that's you know, most of what the time we have for today. But so far, you said your finals will be coming up like in the next 2 weeks, and then hopefully global television will be there.
Of course,
yes, global television will be there to like bring, you know, our viewers the most of everything. So we're hoping to see more of you here, and also get to see Refined Nuggets players wearing the green, white, green jersey. I've spoken to some of your kids who said that they want to play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
By the special grace of God, it's going to happen.
Yes. All right. I want to say a very big thank you to you, Coach Raphael Unamba, for taking our time to join us on this space. And I want to really appreciate you for all you do for sports development, football development in Nigeria. And this is how much time will permit us to take on today's edition. But before I let you go, I'll be giving you the highlights between San Antonio Spurs and Golden State Warriors, where San Antonio Spurs got another win away from home by defeating Golden State Warriors, who won 26-112 at San Francisco. I beg your pardon. And that's the size of today's edition of Talk Sports. My name is Samuel Odi. I'll see you again as we talk more sports. Bye for now.
Swishes home a three-pointer to get the scoring started. They lead the NBA in made threes at 16 per game. Fox finds Wembanyama for the easy two. Assuming that was a pass over the rim. Green swings it to Melton, and he drains a three. 2 for 2 start from deep for Golden State. The Warriors are 2-2 in the 4 games that Curry has missed with that knee injury. Here's Wembanyama on the turnaround, and he has all 4 for San Antonio. Very similar start to what we saw last night. Moody, hard screen set by Green, and the fall away gets for this team. Castle, nice move, getting to the short corner and banking it home. Great pass underneath to Santos by Green for the easy basket, and a timeout by San Antonio. Here's Pajemski, 3 is good, and that is the 4th three-pointer to start the game for Golden State.
They're just playing free and loose.
Wembanyama answers from deep. He is 3 for 3, 7 points. He had 17 of the first 20 Spurs points last night. Pajemski feeling it off the bench. Back-to-back buckets for him. Draymond Green, 5 points, 3 boards, 2 assists. Moses Moody with the mid-range shot. And he's got 7.
What an incredible start for this team.
Fox gets a good look. He knocks it down. Entry pass to Horford. Great cut and fined by Payton.
Horford just has such a good feel.
Steve Kerr is the lob by Barnes to Cornette. Connects, and Kerr calls a timeout.
I mean, they're a young, talented team. They got, you know, weapons all over the floor, like I said. Vic is playing amazing as he always is.
In transition, Pajemski, the hang and finish by Payton. 4 for 14 from 3 for the Spurs. Payton wide open again. This one's good. That's the 5th three for Golden State. 20 points by the starters, 14 by the bench as Fox hits the mid-range jumper. 7 for Fox, 7 for Wembanyama, who's going to check back in at the next dead ball. Nice passing. Spencer and Payton, and Spencer with the bang.
And Fox is frustrated now. He got hit very hard on that screen.
Fox sets his feet, and it's down. Great play that time by Harper. Could have taken it, but gave it up. Fox on the drive into the lane. Bumped by Spencer, but it doesn't matter. Fox able to finish through the contact.
Love his level of aggression tonight.
That's enough to, one, be in the game. That's definitely enough to be winning this game. But we have to be able to cut out their easy baskets. I mean, 40 points a quarter. We do that. That's a historic offense over there.
Darren, good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dave? Melton, he'll try a three and get it. 7 3-pointers for Golden State. By the way, Arizona still, until this week, undefeated and lost to Kansas on Monday night, their first loss of the year. Bryant, who spent 1 year with the Wildcats before being the 14th overall pick, gets the basket. Post gets past Wembanyama. Maybe got surprised there by Post off the bounce. Champagnie to the corner. Bryant nails the three. He hit 3 3-pointers last night. Post trying to answer. Does for 3. 10 minutes. He's 0 for his last 3 after a 3-for-3 start. He works on Draymond Green, turns and scores against him.
That's where the wrist tight.
Santos tried to shovel it underneath and turned it over. Spurs looking to run. Vassell lobs for Wembanyama. Catch and finish. And Steve Kerr sensing the momentum shift. Thanks to Victor Wembanyama, calls a timeout. As the 3 goes for Vassell. Harper with a strong take, but he couldn't finish. Golden State looking to run, but the Spurs get back. Great cut by Spencer. He got behind Harrison Barnes. Fox driving, hangs, and scores. Inside 2 minutes to go. Great pass to Harper. And a foul, count the basket.
I love what De'Aaron Fox did these last 2 possessions.
Santos to Payton again over Wembanyama. And he drains it.